I bought my bike before I could buy even the mattress and the bed. Because one thing that I knew was going to beat me so bad would be if you want to survive in Nairobi, first of all, you need to look bold. So you look bold such that if you are, I can tell you people from my place, they are very aggressive. They drive Enacos, they drive Nyamira Express, and they are very, very aggressive. Though it got stolen and I cried for like a month, and even my girlfriend could not help me to calm down when it was stolen. So
From Wiki to Nairobi without adding any, you do it every day and back.
yes, and then now we start to realize longi zinaisha katikati.
Welcome to Baiskeli Stories, where boardrooms meet bike trails and business strategy shares the stage with family dinners.
We are two ambitious women balancing corporate careers and the joys of motherhood while making time to log miles on our bikes.
My name is Kahaki, co-host of Baiskeli Stories. I'm a wife, mother of 3, I work for family business, and I love the outdoors.
And I am Rose, a wife, proud mama, fearless adventurer, and business leader.
We're diving into what it really takes to wear all the hats without losing ourselves in the process.
From power moves at work to powerful climbs on the road, we're talking breakthroughs, burnout, and balance.
So, clip in, because this ride is just getting started. Welcome to Baiskeli Stories.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Baiskeli Stories. We've been out and about, as you've seen. In January, we cycled to Naivasha, had a 2-day safari to Naivasha, which is a lot of fun. I hope you all got to see that. And now we're back in studio, and this season, we have a special season for you called, and the theme of this season is Going the Extra Mile. And today's guest does exactly that. You're going to hear all about it. So Rose, introduce our guest today.
Thank you, Kahaki. And yes, we're excited to be back in studio. Today, we have the pleasure of interviewing Siro, Jack Siro, for those who don't know his first name.
I didn't know his first name.
You've seen him almost, if you're on socials and you're a cyclist, you've most likely come across one of his clips, one of his crazy stunts of, cycling, for distances. And today we'll be talking more about what he does. We understand he's a software engineer. He cycles and has been cycling since he was in high school, since before COVID, since before cycling became trendy and commuting. So today, Siro, give us your story and help us understand what drives you to go that extra mile.
And welcome to Baiskeli Stories, Siro.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the invitation. My name is Siro Fitz, but you've heard the other name that I normally use is Jack Siro. That one you can call me if you are probably paying me. You can call me that. But if you are not, just call me Siro. And Siro is actually from my dad's name. Siro, for those who don't know, it means support back in the Kisi language. So I tend to be like that guy who supports others. And one way of me doing that sometimes is inspiring people in doing things that they thought they wouldn't be doing. So you are able to go beyond your limits, push your boundaries. So professionally, I'm a software engineer, and what I do in software engineering, sometimes it can actually be very cumbersome in terms of the involvement that it comes along with. And it's one of the main reasons why I got to be who I am right now, because when you are busy there writing software, or you are dealing with the clients or giving support, sometimes you find that you get into burnouts. So those things are some of the ones that pushed me to start doing what I'm doing. It's something that I didn't know. If you asked me before COVID, I wouldn't tell you that I could be doing this. So I think COVID is one of the things that pushed most of us into cycling and even running. But some of the people that we were doing this with are probably backslidden, and then others have joined, but me, I'm still there.
Still here.
And that is why I keep doing whatever I'm doing, because I feel I've reached a point whereby right now I am my own motivation. But back then, I needed people to motivate me to do what I'm doing. So I'm sort of like self-driven at the moment.
Very nice. And to underscore that point of you being a cyclist, you of course came in your cycling here because you commute everywhere. Let's talk about that. You're cycling as a means of commuting.
Yeah.
And basically, is there anywhere you don't cycle to?
First and foremost, I should say I've been commuting since around 2018. I've been commuting in Nairobi. I used to stay in places like Mwiki, Kasarani, and come to work in the Westlands. And
On your bike?
yes, on my bike. When Thika Road was still that thing that could marvel anybody who came from Nairobi. Right now, I think we are very familiar with Thika Road. But back in 2018,
So wow. It was
Yes.
it was something else.
yes,
Yeah, for
until I think they did some modifications until it has become the way it has right now. But for me, I started commuting. So when I graduated back around 2017 and I started living in Nairobi on my own, I think when I was doing purchases of my stuff in the house, I bought my bike before I could buy even the mattress and the bed. Because one thing that I knew was going to beat me so bad would be transport. So I realized if I want to survive in Nairobi, I will need to sort out my transport issues. And that's when I bought a bike. Actually, the first bike I bought, it was a Buffalo bike. Yes, yes. It was a Buffalo bike. I bought it at 7,000 from a Shylock in Kangemi. Though it got stolen and I cried for like a month. And even my girlfriend could not help me to calm down when it was stolen. So later on, I bought a bike from the supermarket, a brand new at 10,000, and I thought I've hacked it. But after like 2 months, I realized everything in the bike, I've changed it with something else except the frame.
So I love changing the bike because it wasn't what it was.
Yes, yes. So I think in around 2019, that's when I met this guy at Githurai called Roy. He's still there. He sold me the first XUK bike at around 15,000 after bargaining from 20,000. And I didn't want my mom in the village to know that I've spent that amount of money.
No money. What?
Yes. So when I was doing that, I think that is when I was just transitioning from that village boy to becoming now a professional cyclist. Yes. You can call him a city boy, but now let's talk about the professional cyclist. So back then, I used to cycle in khaki trousers or in whatever trousers I had in the house that looked old. But then I realized after some time, they start to get worn out here in the middle. And then again, another thing is you put on a t-shirt, you get to work, it is wet, and
There are no showers, there's no
yes,
change of
so-
clothes.
okay, where I was, there was showers, but now you have to carry an extra pair of clothes to change.
Yeah.
And then again, after some time, you start to realize cycling is ruining all your clothes. Because if you have a suit, the trouser is getting worn out very fast.
You didn't cycle in a suit, did you?
No, you take the trouser and you cycle with it.
But
So-
then the jacket.
So the jacket,
The jacket you wear it when you get to work.
the jacket still remains new, but the trouser is getting
God knows.
yes, because of cycling.
But you had padding under
No,
His trousers for
I just using trousers.
You didn't have, I mean,
I am still a village boy.
so you were cycling.
He's cycling a buffalo bike.
Yes,
He's already upgraded to
yes,
CK.
yes. I've upgraded the bike over the years
So you'd cycle for Wiki
to
Nairobi
yes,
without padding, and you do it every day
yes,
and back.
yes. And then now you start to realize longi zinaisha katikati.
So the problem is not you are worried about other things. He is worried about his trousers wearing on.
Yes. So, but you see, back then I started in the shed, then I moved to Mwiki. So when I moved to Mwiki, now cycling on Thika Road, that's when I started to see cyclists who are dressed friendly. And I would stop some of them and ask them to give me direction, like
Where do you buy?
where do you get these things? Then I got this, then somebody pointed me to Bongo. Bongo has been in Tarifa suits for the longest time possible. So that's when I started to realize, I can. But again, I would dress in padded shorts, but I don't want the mamas in the plot to see me. So I'll just cycle like a kilometer, then take off the trouser, and now become like a cyclist. Okay, you are shy to them to see you like that.
Your padded.
Yes. So, and you see, if you picture where I was staying in houses that were single and doubles. So there, somehow, like privacy is not an option. So if you leave the house, people can actually see you have actually left the house, and this is how you have left the house. But after some time, I think I started to become courageous enough to cycle in this attire. And I think if you just fast forward until right now, I adopted a mechanism whereby when I go to a new workplace, because I've been to different workplaces, I first make acquaintance with the security guys at the parking so that they can tell me where I can leave my bike securely and also where I can be changing. Because on a Monday, I make sure I've carried the clothes that I'll be wearing on. Because actually, I've been working in corporates for like the past 4 years. And in corporates, they require you put on a shirt and a trouser and even official shoes. Others, they were even requiring you put on a tie. So I would make sure I've carried my clothes on a Monday for the week, and then I will place them somewhere, probably in a locker where the security guys place their stuff. Then over the week, I'll be changing.
Change.
And
So you don't have to carry it every day when you
yes, then Friday I'll take them back home and they do the laundry. And then again, another thing that also worked for me well was that, like right now I stay near Kikuyu. From Kikuyu, if you are coming to town, sort of is like downhill, so I don't sweat. Though even right now, my fitness levels, even if I was staying in Mwiki and I came to town, I wouldn't break a sweat because of my fitness level. So it's not like I would need to take a shower in the morning. But if for the time that I worked in places where there were no showers, I used to make sure that I would carry a towel that I would use to go and wipe myself, especially. Now you make sure you just get to work on time, like even 10 minutes or 20 minutes, so that your body can also cool down, and then you take little water that you have, or if there is a running tap somewhere, you can fetch water and wipe, especially the chest where now probably you have sweat, and then have some little Vaseline to put on or to apply on your body. And even maybe if there is something that you will smear on yourself to smell nice,
It's important.
yeah, you do that if you remember to carry. But the thing here is, in places that I've worked, we always had ladies, and some of those ladies, they only got to know that I cycle to work because they saved my number and they saw it on my status, me posting that I'm cycling. So somebody will ask me, maybe a year later, you mean you come to work like this?
Because when they see you,
Yeah, when they see me in the office,
You're,
yes,
yeah, you
I
changed.
yes, I look enriched. Yes, in fact, if there was an award of the guy who never came to the office with mud, I would take it. Yes.
yeah, because you're fresh and happening.
No, because my shoes are always
Oh, your shoes are clean.
You never
because you
clean
cycle.
in the office?
yes, they're in the office.
You know what's interesting, Siro? For me, I've never, I can't, when you said you even work, I was just like, huh? Because I always, like, I don't know, if I saw you in a suit, I promise you, I would never recognize you because I've always seen you, like, every time we have met, this is how you be, obviously, because we always meet, but I've never, I can't imagine you in a tie
Okay, on Sunday, if you meet me, I'll be dressed in a suit and a tie.
as you go to church.
Yes.
Okay. Do you cycle to church?
I used to, but I think right now because I can't do it because the facilities in church don't allow me to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, I would want to take a day off cycling.
Yeah, I think important, right? And
Yes.
So what else do you do? Do you what I mean, because obviously now you talked about how, of course you're very fit because last year, for example, you cycled to Moshi in 18 hours
Yes.
and then you ran a half
Marathon.
marathon. And this year, what's the plan?
The plan, I cycle in 15 hours, rest a day, then do the full marathon. And if possible, do it in under 4 hours. Then I come back cycling. Now
You cycle back, but you rest before you cycle back. Or
I will just sleep and wake up the next day and cycle back.
in those 15 hours again. Or however-
No. Coming back, I'll just time with whatever pace, but I have to finish it in a day.
Oh, in a day.
less than
So
24.
less than within 24.
Yes. And it will be like 365 kilometers.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And you do it by yourself. Like, do you have a car following you? Because obviously, if you're doing 15 hours, if you're doing 15 hours, you have to leave like at 3 a.m.
Okay, I'll leave at midnight.
Leave at midnight.
Yes.
And you,
What support do you have along the way?
yeah.
I'll be on my own. If somebody decides to come and support me, it's fine. But I think I've normally worked faster when I'm on my own than when I have support. Not unless
When I mean support is, I mean a car following you. You don't even a car following you with lights so that you can see. I mean,
I just make sure I have my own lights.
okay.
And then again, I ride for like 100 kilometers non-stop.
And you rest.
Then you rest.
Yes, not resting, just to refresh or take a pit stop.
Yeah.
If it is lunch, not more than 45 minutes. If it is breakfast, not more than 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then maybe if something like a puncture happens, that's now that I will have to stop and fix. But if I stop, it's definitely maybe to take a soda or water or refresh. But another thing is that I think when I'm on my own, I tend to be very time conscious so that I actually beat my own challenge.
Yeah, as you go along. I mean, somebody will show you. So if you're saying you do 100 kilometers straight, so how long does it take you to do that 100 kilometers? Like, because if you're
100 kilometers, if I do with the pace of between 25 to 30 kilometers per hour, 100 kilometers is something that I can do in a span of 4 hours on the burn site. Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes. I'm taking care of elements like wind, and also at night there is cold, and during the day there is sun. sun and wind. So taking care of all those things. Yes.
Wow. And you're not afraid. It's not. What about security? That's what I'm wondering about.
Okay,
support.
security.
Yeah.
First thing is that first of foremost, I normally find myself feeling secure on my own than when I am with a group. You see, like Sunday we rode with the guys up to Nakuru and back, and I was the captain. I was more worried about them than myself. So when I'm riding with a group, actually I'm more worried about them than myself, because myself I have always taken care of myself. And one thing that guides me is that I'm always self-aware. For example, when I'm on the road, if I turn my head a little, I can be able to picture whatever is coming from behind me. If it is a truck, whatever speed it's coming, I can be able to know how I can
Handle it.
Then another thing about security is that if maybe somebody is thinking about bandits and maybe somebody waiting by the roadside to attack you,
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, because you
that one,
yourself.
that one here is how we deal with it.
Yes.
You move, you make sure you are moving very fast. You're not looking like you are struggling. So such that if somebody saw you, you're coming in a safe line. If somebody saw you like a dot, the next time they look at you, you are almost here. So if you are moving in a consistent manner, for example, with a pace of like 30, leave alone the person moving at 15. If you're moving at 15, that one you are a risk to yourself. So if you're moving very fast, I think you do away with anything that is going to be insecure. Then another thing is I've talked about is being self-aware. If you are self-aware, you always scan in front and behind you. Then at night, you cycle at the center of the lane so that you avoid issues like punctures, or maybe if there is something on the road that could make you
Have an accident,
get compromised, maybe through an accident. Then again, the first and foremost thing I forgot, praying to God before you start, and then when you finish also, you also pray. So I normally, even when I organize my rides, when we meet with the guys, we normally pray before we start. So I think that one also takes care of everything.
That's true. But you're very brave, because I mean, riding by yourself, like we talk about this. I mean, of course, I don't do your crazy mans, but riding by myself. I think I've been riding since 2020, since COVID, like you said. But I think I've ridden alone like 3 times. Like me, and alone within my little estate, I can't even go. So you're very brave, because you ride from, even now in Nairobi, you ride to work. You're not. It doesn't, because Nairobi there's a issue of bodas and matatus and Uber drivers who don't have respect for cyclists, and all sorts of. That doesn't. How do you handle that? Like, how do you important news?
Okay, in Nairobi alone, when I came to Nairobi, I think the first time I came to Nairobi was in 2013. And the rule of Nairobi is that you should not look like you are lost. You should look like you know where you are going. You move very fast, you walk. It's like you are running to catch the next bus. Even if you miss the next turn, you are in Afya Center, you're going to archives, you might.
Just look confident.
Look like you know.
Yes. So
I love Kels.
yes.
have to know.
So I learned that in Nairobi, if you want to survive, you need to be very aggressive, and also again to be stubborn, so that you'll be able to survive. Now I brought that into cycling, because when you come to cycling, you find that I also learned this. Even I learned it from a truck driver, that truck drivers, they normally study you from a distance. Let me give you a scenario. From Garden City, and you are already like 500 meters ahead. The truck driver has seen you, but he is monitoring to see if he passes closer to you, if you will start wavering. So some of them, they normally do that intentionally, that they study you. If they see you are steady, they'll probably pass close to you. If they see you are wavering, they'll probably hoot at you and even harass you so that you get off the road and they go laughing as you're struggling by the roadside. So I learned that if you want to survive in Nairobi, first of all, you need to look bold. So you look bold such that if you are inside the white line, even if this guy hoots at you, if he says to hoot at you, you only move an inch, but it's not like you are moving and leaving the space for him. So that one is what I learned. And then another thing is that if you go to driving school, they normally say you need to assume that you are the only person who is normal, the rest are crazy or mad. So since I come from Kisii, I can tell you people from my place that are very aggressive. They drive Enacos, they drive Nyamira Express, and they are very, very aggressive. So these guys, I learned how to deal with them is very simple. Just pretend you are the madman so that when he sees that you are a madman, he will try to avoid you. So like you will be somewhere dropping and Nyamira Express on your way to Narok. Nyamira Express will be hooting at you and he's hooting at you and there is no other vehicle that is oncoming. So he has the road for himself. But he has decided he wants to hoot at you so that you can move from the road. They normally say, if I translate it, it's from Kisii, it's like he's saying, I want this thing to get away from the road. So if he hoots at you and you maintain, he realizes this person on the bike is more mad, is a crazy person than him. So we will slow down and then overtake at a safe distance. So if you do that a couple of times, you start to become courageous, such that you become like you're also a vehicle.
Yeah.
And ladies who have embraced it, they are normally riding on their own. Yes, because I think the worst undoing of a cyclist is panicking.
Yeah,
That's true. Okay, that's true.
Yes.
100%, yeah.
It doesn't matter whatever happens.
Yeah.
Your brakes can fail, you can get a puncture, or a kid, you can be cycling near kids and then a kid decides to throw a stick
Yeah.
and then your undoing is panicking.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Even when you're actually driving, you lose control because you panic.
That's true. That's true. So, Siro, you mentioned Kisii, and I think you did something last Christmas.
Yes.
Tell us about that. You cycled for Christmas
And back.
and back.
Yes. So I've been, since COVID, I've been cycling home over Christmas and it's become more of a tradition. So the one that I did last year was the 4th time. And I would say I've been improving over time because I've tried different means. The first time I did it, I actually slept at Narok. And then the second time, I made sure that I got home. And then I've even gone with a single speed. If you know a single speed bike, is
Not familiar.
a single speed bike is the bike that
yeah.
has gears, only one gear.
One gear.
Why did you do that?
It's just trying. It's just trying. It's all about trying and seeing the results. They normally use the
That's not where we underscore the madness. Yes. No.
this. Okay, I have a lot of ideas in my mind, and sometimes
Crazy ones at that.
So Kisii is how many kilometers?
it is just 300 kilometers, but the elevation is crazy. The elevation is what will kill you, even if you are driving.
The elevation is what?
The elevation comes to 3,800.
Wow.
And
And you know
it is distributed. Yes?
I know it's rolling, so as you go along.
Yes.
So how long does it take you?
yeah.
This time out, Um, I actually I left my house at 4 a.m. here in Kikuyu, and I was getting home at 8 p.m.
The same day.
Yes.
So
Actually,
16 hours.
yes, actually, what slowed me down is that I used to stop and update guys on social media. So, if I had somebody following me,
and who was updating, you'd have just gone, taken a shorter time.
yes, actually, I would need a support guy to be updating my socials that I've reached this place.
Yeah.
If I have that person, then
you
I
won't
can.
need to stop. You
Yes, I'll even get home before darkness.
Where?
Don't try this at home.
And you have, so I can say you've gone the distance and also done the climb.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Well, you see, the first time you do it, leave alone driving. The first time you do it, it now registers in your mind how the terrain looks like.
And where the challenge is.
Yes, because when you are in the vehicle, you always feel like it's all flat.
You're just moving.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't even think about
The only person who it might register in this mind or our mind is the driver. But still, if you are driving an automatic car,
You don't feel it.
you don't feel it. Of course, you see the car will struggle, but you don't feel it. But now, when you decide to cycle, it's a different thing altogether. So, after you do it the first time, now you go the second time. Now you start to know, after this place, this is what awaits me. And then now, it doesn't even hit you, because now it's like when you are walking in your house at night and you are going to the washroom and you don't want to put on the lights. So you just know the corridor. This is the corridor where it is.
and you find your way.
Yes.
Yeah.
True. Wow. So 16 hours was the shortest. This last one was the shortest. Every other year you've taken longer to get to Kisii.
Yeah. Because I get kisses sometimes on a bad day, you can get rained on twice or even thrice.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
But again, another thing that also helps me is my mom. When I tell my mom I'm coming home, she asks me, by bus or by bike. I tell her by bike. Then she says, okay, fine, I'll count you in supper. So once she said that, if I don't make it home, I'll be fined.
So you focus on, you have to make sure you get home because
Even if you get home after everybody else has slept, you know there is your share of supper. And it is warm somewhere. So you just go eat. Yeah.
Siro, how do you prepare for all of this? So like now, what else do you do? Do you just cycle? Do you, I think in terms of, physical strength and then in terms of nutrition, is it anything that you do to keep yourself,
Okay, one thing.
physio?
Okay, first and foremost, the first preparation, it normally starts from the phone here, and from the phone, there is the plotting part. You plot if it is an unfamiliar route. I plot it. First of all, I start from Google Maps, because I think Google Maps shows you more details, so you are able to note down.
plan your
To note down. For example, let me just show you. You are able to note down the places that you will go through. I think I can show you guys something like
That's
that.
like what?
Yeah, this is on Google Keeps.
On Google Keys.
Yes.
The
Yes. If you
this okay. Is something you're planning?
yes, this is something I'm planning.
Oh, great.
Oh, so it breaks it down like that.
Yes.
I see.
I even make sure that I've noted down. Okay, I've noted down the names of places I'll be passing through.
So you can see as you get to them.
Yes, and I'll try to slot them like day one, I'll pass through this place. I'll even probably say I'll take breakfast at this place.
Okay.
And even sleep at this place. So once I've done that, now I come to maybe Strava or Komoot and then plot it now so that I get now the official distance and even the elevation. So once I've done that, it starts to register in my mind what I'm up against. Then I normally have this for every other place that I want to go to. That is if it is an unfamiliar place. But if it's a familiar place, like if I'm going to Mombasa, because I've done it several times, I don't need to do this. Then, now, in terms of, that is now for the mental part. Then, when it comes to the physical part, I always ensure that per week, I have some mileage, because even for myself,
Preparation.
yes, even for myself, fitness can actually be lost very quickly. So I make sure that every week, at least on a bad week, I have like 200 kilometers for mileage. And then,
On a bad week.
yes, on a bad week.
So on a good week,
On a good week, it can even go to 500. And then once in a while, I take myself to places like Mundoro or a place like Nachu, so that I actually get challenged with the terrain. And then another thing is that, of course, going to group rides. Once in a while, I can go to a group ride, see how people are riding and myself. So that one just to help myself to actually see if I'm okay. And then, of course, the biggest thing is ensuring that the bike, everything is okay, because it's also not good if you service your bike today and you're using it tomorrow, because every time you service your bike, it tends to come back like it's a new bike, and you are unfamiliar with it. So you need to service your bike, have like a week with it to ensure that you are okay with the way the bike is, so that on the day that you're going to do the ride, you are able, you are actually in sync with your bike. Then again, another thing is now the last one that I normally do, that most of you come in, is just go tell people or post it on social media, I'll be doing this. Like when I was going to Kisii, I just posted, I did post my luggage on Coach to be sent home. Then I took a selfie and posted on social media, and that one went viral, because now this guy is saying he has sent his luggage home. He's the sender and he's the receiver. So
how is he getting there?
so it's very cycle.
What's the story?
Yes. So that is one thing, that telling people. So because when you tell people, especially when you are doing it alone, telling people now brings in the issue of accountability. So when I come and I post on status, of course I love guys asking me or telling me, wishing me all the best. So once you've told people that you'll be cycling on this particular day, then you have to do it. Whether you wake up, you feel like you don't want to do it, or it is raining, you have to do it.
True. Totally true. Accountability. But so, Siro, you don't go to the gym
Or do your physio and a nutrition? What do you eat to sustain? Do you eat?
because this is a lot. That's a lot. Like these are ultra like crazy stuff.
Okay. I did try gym and I didn't like gym. So I've never done gym. The best thing I've ever tried that is next to gym is maybe doing press-ups in the house. Yes, but
That's it.
Okay, so do you do physio?
so the other thing that I do aside from this is running. Sometimes I just go pace myself and I say, I want to do 10 kilometers. Okay, not even 10. I can do 10 in less than an hour. 12 kilometers in an hour. I do it. When I come back, I know my shoulders are okay. It can help me to saddle, because I think when you do long distance, you get tired on the shoulders more than the legs, because of maybe you are doing a lot of climbing. Then another thing for diet, I just make sure that on a bad day, I eat 2 meals in a day. And when I'm approaching a major ride, at least 3 meals. And then
Anything special about the meals, or just
the meals, I normally take ugali omena for supper, and then breakfast, I take porridge, and I actually make sure in my house there is a flour for porridge, and Not the one that you take from the supermarket, the one that's unaenda unapimiwa from the Siro shop.
Yes.
And then ugali, my mom normally sends me maize from the village from time to time.
So it's like natural. So all of it is natural stuff.
Yes. And then another thing is that I did try to use energy gels, but it's been like 2 years I've not been using them. I don't use them right now.
At all.
At
Even
all.
on your long ride, even to Moshi.
No.
drink
I
the
just take soda, the water.
So electrolytes, salts.
I
Something?
am not really salt. I just make sure that it is in my food.
This is a case study. This is a case study.
Maybe check your blood type or something. So wait. So like now you're going to Moshi.
Yes.
And you're going to ride 15 hours. So you don't take energy gels and you don't take ORS or anything like that.
No.
So you only stop for your soda,
Yes.
So you drink a Coke
Banana?
with the sugar.
something.
Yeah.
Yes. If I find them on the way, I'll take them. But I make sure in the morning, I'll take a very good breakfast of tea with the chapati and probably beans. If I take that breakfast, it's certainly until lunchtime. Lunchtime where I'll stop, I'll also look for chapati and then beans. If I don't find that, like last time I was late, I just bought bread and a soda and proceeded on. Because I think...
Is it a case? This is a study. Big study. This body.
here's the thing.
Normal.
Here's the thing about nutrition that you need to know. Nutrition is more important before rather than during, because it's like exams. If you studied an hour to the exam, chances of you forgetting or not remembering during the exam are very high.
That's true.
So you make sure on a normal day, you eat well, you hydrate well, so that on that day, you will use this as your reserve. Because the reason why we normally stop to feed is to motivate the body to cooperate, because you need the body to cooperate. And then again, during the ride, I don't take nyama, I don't take ugali. I just take things that I'm very sure my body will digest quickly. And because if you stop and ate nyama or you took ugali, your body will be overworking, producing energy for you to cycle and also producing energy for digestion. You end up struggling.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yet you need your body to continue cooperating.
For you to cycle together.
Yes. In fact, when I'm hungry, I might even go further than when I am oversatisfied. Let me just say that, if there is that term.
Yeah.
So just make sure you're just satisfied the normal ratio.
So
that
there's no overeating that day.
Yes. So you make, and then again, things like bananas. If somebody offers you bananas,
You shouldn't eat.
just eat enough to keep you going, but not. That is when you want to put everything, and then the next thing you are suffering from, maybe you have a stitch, or you are feeling like somebody needs to.
Go to the bathroom or something.
I don't know how I can say it, because there is something that you've taken more than you need. Now the body is trying to create space for you, so that again you can also cycle.
Continue the cycling.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have so many questions, but so Siro, how long do you think you'll do these ultra? I mean, how old?
What's
is
the goal?
Siro, what's how
Oh,
old are you?
my age.
Yeah.
I think
I'm not sure.
okay. I'll just say it's because now you've asked me. It's not a rare. It's a very rare question that people normally ask.
Especially women who are shy to say, I did not guys are like,
Yes. Because normally when I tell people my age, they tend to disapprove.
Okay, because it is how old? Kari, how old are you?
Okay, I'm 34.
that explains a lot.
The energy is there.
He's there. So Yeah, that's I was asking that question in relation to how long are you going to do these ultras? Because
Okay, I want
like,
to.
What's your end game?
end game? Yeah.
Okay, my end game is that first and foremost, I want to be fighting mental health issues. So personally, I recovered from it over COVID. You know, when you try relationships and they are failing, work is also giving you dust, and then also societal expectations. They are also so yes. So you find yourself somewhere in between. You don't know where to take your so yes. So when you go, especially when you go on a solo ride, you come back if there is somebody who took your money and they refuse to pay you back. You even meet them and you smile to them, something that they didn't expect.
So you release.
Yes.
You're able to release.
Yes. Yes. So when I started this, I was actually dealing with a lot of things at a go, and I was if I didn't go for that group ride, I think I would have been suicidal. So after I realized what it did to me, I started to go alone. And going alone helped me to realize that I can actually make it a lifestyle. So after some time, even when I'm okay, I just go for it. Because personally for me, I abstain, I don't take alcohol, and then I don't like doing group things. Once in a while, I do involve myself in the groups, but most of the time, I'm normally on my own. So I think I'll be doing this for the rest of my life because it is my end goal is to ensure as I get older, I continue being young and energetic, because in my last job, I was working with Gen Zs, and they thought I'm the Gen Z, and them people are thinking they're the millennials. so I want to keep that.
Keep that going.
I want to keep that going because even my dad used to do a lot of things, and right now my dad is 74, and he still looks younger, and though you can count his age mates, but he looks younger. So I think I want to get to that point whereby,
You don't look your age.
yes, even if I can be able to be running a marathon, because when I go online, I see there's somebody at 75 doing a marathon faster than me who is half his age. I think I want to get there. And then,
Want to keep on going
Yeah.
for as long as your body can do it.
and also, one day, I want to break a world record in cycling and running. Yeah.
There's on camera, so we'll be watching. We'll be looking out for your next moves. So Siro, I think it's been a wonderful conversation. Just listening to you, half the time we were just gobsmacked, like what? No, what? Why? But it's good to see that you do it with so much ease, and we're cheering you on and want to see you keep going. And from Baiskeli Stories, we like to hear positive stories like yours where this cycling has impacted you positively. You've gone the extra mile and it's helped you build on your mental wellness. And I think that's a message we're sending out, that sport is good. Sport is good in helping you release some of the pressures you could be carrying. And you're a living example of that. So thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your story. And we'll keep on checking on what you're up to. I've seen what you're planning. I wouldn't say we'll wait and see, because I'm sure you will not be quiet about it. Everybody will know that you're cycling to somewhere far away. So all the best. Best in that. Yes. And from Kahaki and I, thank you for joining us in this episode.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. See you next time on Baiskeli Stories.